All right, the first thing is to create an assignment in Blackboard that is a non-Blackboard assignment. You'll notice in my course that I have a number of those actually. See these little introduction exercises here, um, graph chapter, 4 and 5 exercise here. So how you create those is all you do is you go into create column and then just whatever the assignment is, assignment 10. And then actually what I do, and I don't know that you have to do it, but I copy and paste it again in here because I'm not sure. I guess maybe they see that. I don't know. And then I score everything by percentage. And there's a reason for that, and that's because of the weighting system. Now what I'll do is I'll go then down here, and we're kind of doing this a little bit backwards, but when you go to category, you want to make sure you choose the category that I'll show you in a minute how to create. And in this case, it's exercises because that's the category that has a specific weight assigned to it. And then for points possible, always select 100 because that's 100% possible. And then of course you create a due date, whatever, I'll just do it for tomorrow, hit submit. All right, so now what you'll see in Blackboard is that there is an assignment, if we can move the window over, created for it. And if you hover over it, you also notice that, you can't, I won't see it in the thing, but you'll notice here that it says exercises and assignment 10, so you know it's the right category. And then as you get those papers in to students, based on whatever you feel they earned on it, then you can just enter the grade manually. Okay? All right, so then the next thing is how to do the assignment weighting. Okay? When you, what you'll want to do is because you're going to have to do this, I assume, kind of retroactively, right? Because you have all these yeah. So what you'll do is you want to go in here and manage categories. So we're in the Grade Center. You'll see it in the video. All right, so once you're here, manage categories, you'll notice that there are all these categories. Now, a lot of those categories are just the default ones, like blog, discussion, assignment, that kind of thing. Okay. So what you'll want to do is you're going to want to create a category. Okay, and so then you want to create that category, and you might call it exercises, you know what I mean? Or I'll call this one in-class assignments because I already have the category for exercises. You don't really need a description. Submit, and now you'll notice that that category appears in this list. All right, so then just, you could create multiple ones, obviously, for each of your assignments, whatever. You'll notice that I've already done that. So then you'll go down in here and click OK. Now what you need to do is you'll need to go and you'll need to, I'll show you this. You'll need to work with the weighted total, okay? Now you'll notice that this total is like a running total. Now what I do, and you'll go to total, edit columns information, and what you'll want to do basically is disable this entire column, okay, because it's just confusing to students. The column that they should see is the weighted column because that's where the percentage is going to be. So here I go in, and then what I do is I just go and I just click no, 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 and then submit. And then you'll notice this, you'll see the red, that means they can't see it. All right. You notice that it does a running point total, but it doesn't make any sense. So it's like 777% for this person. You see, it doesn't matter because it's not there. All right. Now this is the primary column then, okay, that you need to be concerned with. So you'll go to weighted total and then edit column information. Notice I replicated it here again just in case. I don't know why I do it, but primary display percentage. Okay, this would be already here. That's already there. I didn't write that. Then primary display, you want to make sure you select percentage. Now what you'll notice here, okay, on this side, is you're going to notice your categories that you created. Okay, they're probably going to be down here. Okay, see them? These up here are columns in your grade book. You know what I'm saying? So for example, these are the major categories. Exercises, you see what I'm saying, will be here that I created. Yeah, these are the individual assignments, right? You won't see much there. So ignore this and focus on this. Now what I did for each of the categories, right, you'll notice that the only ones really left there are these default ones that are automatic to Blackboard. But you also notice the one that I just created. Do you see that?
Yep.
Now the reason for that is because I've already selected the categories here when I set up my gradebook. All right. So they do, for example, exercises, and I set that at 20%.
So that's 20% of their total grade.
That's correct.
Okay.
So no matter how many individual exercises you score, they get 80% on this one, they get 100% on that one. And what that does then is it just combines into that 20%. Make sense? All right, so then they have annotated bibliographies. I've assigned them 25% of the grade, academic essays 45% of the grade, online discussions 10% of the grade. Notice that it automatically weights it at 100%. I mean, obviously that's the point.
Yeah.
Now, in how to get these categories over there and assign them a weight, you just highlight the category and then click this arrow.
Okay.
Now it's over there. Okay, so you see this in-class assignments. Now the problem is, it's going to be over 100. So to set the category, you just maybe 5%. Notice it drops it to 95. And then here I want it, to be another 5%, right, of their grade. And then just kind of click anywhere and it automatically does it.
Okay.
You see that? So then you'll come down here and you want to make sure it calculates as a running total for the student. And then yes, yes, and then you don't show the statistics for other people, obviously. Just yes, yes, and no. Hit submit. And then what students will see each time you create that category. So for example, here is, where's the annotated bibliography one? I keep passing it up. Where is it? All right. So for example, when I created this assignment, short annotated bibliography 1. See, I created it using the assignment submission thing. I created an assignment. So these are created in Blackboard. I showed you how to do the one that's not in Blackboard. So when you create an assignment, you pretty much have these options. Well, let me just do it this way with one that's already created, since I'm showing you that. So you would actually click up there, assessments, assignment, right? We'll just edit just to show you what I filled in. So when I created it, you get this screen. And so this is annotated bibliography 1. I type this in, like the due date. And then you go down here and you set the actual due date, for the system. Always 100 points, right? Because it's 100%. You can create rubrics. I'll show you that some other time. And then, you have options here, right? Make sure the primary display is percentage. Yeah, no. The percentage, because if you have weighted percentages, then just do percentages for everything. All right, so then submit once you fill everything out, and then you'll see that it's created here. Now what happens is when you go to your full grade center, it'll appear there automatically, right?
Yep.
But what will happen is, as it appears here, if you hover over it, it'll say short annotated bibliography up, where I'm pointing right now. But it'll say assignment, because that's what you created. But that's not what you want, because you have to assign it to that category that the weight is in.
Okay.
Makes sense? So what you do is you go here, click, and then edit column information. And what you'll see, and let me do it, is that's what it'll be defaulted as. See that? So I always copy it again. Percentage, and then see it says category, it says assignment, but that's not the category it belongs to, right? It belongs to the weighted category you created.
Yes.
So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you select that category.
That's the one that's going to actually have the percentage.
That's correct. The 25% or whatever it is. Make sense?
Yep.
And then this will already be filled in this because you did that in the other screen.
Okay.
All right, so yes, yes, no, and then submit. And so now you'll see it says annotated bibliography, short annotated bibliography.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right, so then as far as the grading of that goes, when they start submitting assignments to it, okay, and you're in luck because someone did a real late attempt, see it? So anyway, so we scroll down here and we go to needs grading. The assignments automatically pop up there, okay? So you see this one. And then to begin grading them, you just click any one and then it kind of, you'll see what happens. So then you go here, and of course this is all wrong. But anyway, um, so what you'll do then is, you just hit here to put the percentage in, you
That
know.
one I did. I got that part of it.
Oh, okay, and then when you hit submit, right, then when you hit submit, right, then it automatically appears in the gradebook.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that was my thing. When I pulled up mine, I couldn't
Mm,
see those grades, so I'm thinking I must be missing a step somewhere
right.
for that to show up. So okay.
And then, yeah, so then they'll always have, whether you enter it manually for exercises or whatever, or if you enter it, as a Blackboard created assignment, they'll always have this running total of what their current percentage is in the course.